everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I hope everyone has been enjoying their holiday and that they got to do what they wanted to do. Um, Whether it's spending time with loved ones or having peaceful solitude. It's quiet over here. I didn't do too much. I worked a little bit on Christmas Eve because the pharmacy closed early. And then I I probably slept a good amount. Um, I know the past couple of times that I went in, I took a nap after work. So, not much happening. And then on Christmas Day, there was a family meal. My brother flew in, and then I got some gifts. I'm gonna make separate videos on them. There's going to be an unboxing, and I've said this in other videos. I'll show it briefly in this video, but um, I love keychains, and for Christmas I received a baby 3 and X times Millie or Sweet Dream Lamb. I think it's just an X. Oh my god. But it's one of these blind boxes. I have I haven't seen these on the East Coast, which is where I'm originally from. Um, I feel like there's definitely a keychain culture here, and um, I see them a lot well, in the larger stores like Target and Walmart just started carrying them, I think. And then Hot Topic, and then Lunch. Oh my god, not Lunchbox. Is it Lunchbox? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's the store that's with Hot Topic. It's Box Lunch. Sorry. Um, they have it. They had a sale, and I saw that a lot of them were gone. Um, and then they have them in one of the Japanese stores here. Um, and they have a larger selection. I'm sure they're sold in other places, and there's different types, like different companies make them. But I I don't know if I haven't seen this on the East Coast, so I don't know if it's a new thing here or if it's been around, but um, I'll do an unboxing for that. Um, did I say that this was a gift video? No, I'm gonna make videos on the the keychain and the yokai deck. So I got some things before I don't mention it. I did go to the thrift store because I still watch where I spend, and I also, if I feel like I can get it possibly secondhand or get it at a decent price, then I'll want to look into it. So I do love sewing pink and red and um, blue, yellow, that combination. So I go to the thrift store and I really look at the bed sheets slash pillow section. So I got these. This one is like a bubblegum pink. And they had two of these. I'm so sorry for people that want to get the full set. And I just get one of the pillows. It's $1 pillowcases. I don't know if it's showing up, but it's a bubblegum pink, and I really love that. And then this one is more of like, I do love floral. I have a lot of floral. Try not to get it all the time. This was also $1, and I like that it's I do like this type of pattern, and it's soft. I would say I was looking for a word to say. Um, sorry, that was the only word that I was thinking about two words, but I was gonna say vintage, but vintage in what way, Adrian? So I tried to think of another word, but I really like this one too. So I have basically all of the fabrics that I'm gonna cut and put together to make a bag for my friend, and she really likes floral, pink, and plaid, so I'm trying to incorporate all of that. And I do have majority of them already here, um, but I just figured I'd pop in. I pop in here and there at the thrift store, and I was also looking for like a pink plaid, which is surprisingly not really super available. I do have a pink plaid top. I don't have it with me. Um, but other than that, I haven't really seen pink plaid. So, I do have like, I showed a lighter red and white one, but um, doesn't completely go with how I'm combining the colors. So I do have like a picnic type of checkered print, and of course, or pattern, and of course fabric. Of course she was like, you don't have to include all the things. So I'm trying to do do as much of that as I can with like the different elements of it. And I um did find the pink floral. It kind of looks like, I feel like 70s if I'm not mistaken, and I absolutely love it. It was a bed sheet for a toddler's bed, so I'm gonna have a lot left over to do, not like too much, but I would want to make a top out of it. I wanted to make a dress, but I don't have enough to make a dress, so I'll get to that at some point. As I said, I do love keychains. I went to Daiso. I didn't get much. I was just in the area, and um, I wanted to just maybe walk around in a couple places, because when you're, even though I'm working part time, like you kind of savor the time that you have off. So I was just in that element. And I found this. It's this key clip for your bag charms. It comes in 3 colors, and they had like Sanrio ones too. It was a different design but it I don't know, this class, if I'm not mistaken, it seems stronger. And this wasn't marked as a price, so it was $2.25. And the other thing that I got was also $2.25. So you could get a lot of supplies there. And I feel like I've made this realization recently that I love certain, well, I guess what goes with me, like with certain aesthetics, not like a specific aesthetic necessarily sometimes, or like just what I put together, because I feel like there's a lot of different um styles from different things, and I just combine and do whatever. So um there's a lot going on in my room, but I was thinking that um I would like to make and invest in like storage type of containers, or like types of different types of things. It doesn't need to be storage necessarily, but maybe stuff to hang things, or um, really, is it crate and barrel, that type of concept where you have, I've never been in there, but like I'm feeling like it has a lot of things that keep your stuff organized. And that's what I've been thinking about. I'm still thinking about how I'm storing my fabric. I do have a drawer. I wanted to use the drawer for like actual things that I wear. I do have another one. Well, I have a dresser here, but one of the larger areas I use for clothes, and then the other one I use for fabric. And I kind of wanted to not use it for fabric anymore, so I might move it to the um, closet. So it's like a clothes line or clothespin, and this one is pretty solid. There's, as I said, the three colors, variations, the gold. This one's the silver. I'm sorry, I keep like flashing it. And then there's like this, I don't know, this darker one. Oh, and I got my nails done with uh, Christmas money, so that was nice. And I feel like when I make bags, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna maybe incorporate a place to put keychains, but so far I haven't. And where would I put that? Still thinking. So I have this bag and I don't have a keychain place, so I usually attach like where the clasp of my keychains are to this. So this one has my project in it right now, and I love this size. I do I have ordered project bags in the past, and I'm not saying I never will, but if I have the materials and um, I would like a project bag, I I think I might make another one because I could really organize this stuff. So I wanted to get something like this to hopefully help with that. So let me see how it looks. I'm not really sure. Oh, well, it's there. So a little further there. Maybe if I adjust it better. But I feel like I maybe another time I'll do it this way, because this is 17 by 15, and I do like these bag shapes. I was gonna say shape and whatever other word I was saying. Um, but I also think like I would want another um, bag shape because it would be nice. But I like making bags in general. I'm thinking about making I think it's a passenger bag maybe. So maybe that's sorry, maybe at some point. but I do really like this size for projects. I like the larger size that you could get, and a lot of them are smaller than that for good reason. Um, but I enjoy doing garments, even though I haven't really done them here because of the weather. I've been doing it here and there, but um, ideally I've been focusing on accessories if anything. So, um, really love the size. This is like the perfect size for a project for me because it carries my garment that I'm knitting. And I mentioned this before, I'm just about finished the repeat, which I'm super happy about because I don't really do repeating patterns because my brain just doesn't want to do it after a while. So I just put it down. But this is Ukrainian yarn and it's um, organic or not treated, so it's super breathable. Um, I have shown this in another video. So this is my current bag, which I really like. It's pretty well it is. It is what it is. And then I have this lanyard right now. So um, I do this. Hopefully it'll be nice for me to use for bags that I don't have hardware on. I guess maybe you would say this is hardware. I don't know which one I would like to get because the quilt shop has them, but I like the length of my um, straps right now. Maybe if I do a different bag, I might want to have something that adjusts with it, like with this part. But this is it's nice. Well, let me see. Maybe I'll put it somewhere else. Or I could put it on the strap too, because if I put it on the strap, it's not gonna like just plop down. Because sometimes like, well, when I put it on the strap on its own, it goes like all over the place. So I'm sorry, I keep like flashing it. Is that better? It's definitely secure. So maybe, oh, it's gonna do that. It's, I think, on the heavier side, but overall, it's doing a thing, and I feel like that actually really works. So I'm extremely happy that it is doing what I wanted it to do. I wasn't thinking that it wouldn't, but this is actually, it has a tight clasp on it. So I'll try not to like overload the lanyard with keychains because I know that I tend to do that, but for the most part, it seems like it's nice. So I another storage thing. I wanted to make a bag. I did buy this a while ago, and it might be a surprise to some that I got this because I did, or they might not be surprised that I got it because it reminds me of like the emo days. I got this at Dollar Tree, and I just skipped. There's one more thing from Daiso. I'm sorry, but I used to wear a lot of neons. I still wear neon, like full on neon too. I think it's one of my favorite things because it's weird because um I like earthy colors. I do like winter colors since I've gotten out of like the when I before the current administration I was in the DC area working, and I would wear a lot of like blues, and that kind of opened that up for me. But now I think greens are coming back in this area in like desert colors, I would say. So, but this is like neither here or there for that, if I use that correctly. Um, it was a stretch, but it technically like landed with that. So I wanted to make a makeup bag with this, and I feel like when you like your stuff, well, for me at least, I tend to take care of it a lot. So the checkered just reminds me of like, I had a checkered like wristband that I would wear, and checkered was print was everywhere on clothing, pants. They had like the studded belts that were checkered too. I don't know. I guess like you could kind of do that with it. So bandanas, and I have enough to make a bag or make a bag, so I'm gonna do that. Um, I might make it standard size. I was thinking about making it larger, but maybe not because I think I'm gonna keep it in my bag. And then from Daiso, I also got something else. I got this again, 225. Like you can get stuff that's inexpensive there. It's some of it. It's not like expensive, but I did see this laundry basket. I do have a laundry basket, but I kind of wanted two laundry baskets. That might be a lot for some people, but um, I tend to organize it in a certain way. So at some point, I'm gonna get it. But this is a map of Japan, and I just thought it was so cool because I'm gonna take it out of the plastic because sorry, I just wanted to take it out because I know it's gonna have a lot of glare on it. Do this. I don't know what material this is, but I wanted to just put it up somewhere and hang. So, as I said, it's a map of Japan, and there's still going to be a glare on it. I'm sorry. But, it has the names on here, and my Japanese is extremely poor, so I'm not going to try to walk anybody through with any type of language thing here, but basically it has the names of the places in Japan, and then um, the things that they're associated with, whether it be like a place or the specific food or the thing that they do there. Because like there's different um, places and the prefectures where it's known for like dot dot dot. So I thought this would be something that I would hang in the bedroom, and those were the things that I got at Daiso. I didn't really, well, I was looking for specific things. I think I might get a Hobonichi next month. I'll see because I'm also signing with my immigration lawyer at the end of January, early February, so I'm gonna see about that. Um, they show the fabrics and the Daiso stuff. They had Chinese New Year things too with Year of the Horse. I was kind of thinking maybe I would get the stickers at some point. Thinking about it because it's the stickers are like focused on that zodiac sign that it's gonna be. So I could use it throughout the year or like however long or how long that the Chinese New Year is for, or the duration of it. So for that specific sign, I'm sorry. So I might get the stickers. I'm not sure yet, but the last thing that I got was for myself, and this was I um before Christmas. I bought it for myself. And I've been on this like debate on whether I'm gonna get backups for certain decks that I don't have here that are in my storage unit. Still up in the air for that, but so far it's not something that I'm doing. I'm more I think more about um I suppose like the universal use for the decks for my universe. I guess that everyone that's um could be there because there may be some decks, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna get a deck that I'm just gonna use for myself, but ideally I would like to have a deck that I could use for myself, and then maybe client or a person. I have been reading for more people that are really into maybe tarot or that type of spiritual practice or spirituality in general. There might be some reservations. So I have some decks that I feel well that I go for that I use for those types of readings. So there is one deck that I that's one where people do understand, and it does have like um it's a deck where people have enjoyed using it in the tarot reader community. I'm not sure how much it would translate reading for others that aren't into ones that are as um evocative as that one. It tends to be like I feel like heavy water Scorpio energy for me. It's like a heavy water deck, and I'm there for it. I have said it many times. I'm a Libra sun, and most of my chart is in Scorpio. So I love like watery decks. They're one of my favorites. And I was debating because I saw a used copy and it was like significantly um, cheaper than what you would get because it isn't a deck that I've seen that has a price that variation that much, even though it's been out for a couple of years. So I'll see about that. Maybe I don't know. I could, but I'm not sure yet. But I do have this deck, and I'm gonna do like a regular flip through of this. This is the Ukiyo Tarot by Pietro Torino. It's a low Scarabeo deck. and it's a I'm just skipping around a journey into the floating world. So over the years, Los Scarabeo has made adjustments with the different types of things with their decks, with their presentations, the way that they show their cards, their card stock. In some cases, um, this container wasn't really something that they did as much at all, really. And um, when I was when I first started reading tarot, I feel like this is definitely different for them. And I did, well, this is actually a used deck, so that was another thing that I really wanted to do because I wanted to, um, if I wanted to invest in a deck, I would want to see if there's a, a deck that's in decent condition for me to purchase, like if it's used, if possible, because decks are an investment. They could like really rack up the bill, and there have been times where I would pass on the decks, and a lot of times I would trade them off. But if I didn't feel like I used it as much as I would want to, or it's something that I didn't really get to see in person or like hold in my hand to see or to know, like um well, and over time too, like if you're going to use the deck as often as you would want. Um, so I'm a lot more mindful of that. And when I got this deck, I did feel like there was something that I didn't really feel as much with in the past with um, when I was really doing a lot of tarot tube and like buying and trying different decks, which was fun too. But my energy with it, like it felt really satisfied. Like when I got this deck, of course, I do have the other um gifted deck too that I'll make a video about. I'm gonna do a regular flip through this, as I did mention, I think, because I did see some flip throughs. One of the tarot readers, Dark Star Tarot, I'm sorry, Amanda of Dark Star Tarot, would do straight flip throughs, and it was great. Um, I haven't talked to her in a while. I know that she did sell a lot of her decks, um, because I don't have that type of space or storage situation for that because I'm still in the process of putting my roots down somewhere. So I have been moving a lot of over the years, and I've been summoned back to the house to house sit for uh, this time. And I guess when I'm here, I'll just make preparations for like the future move. That's hopefully the move that really uh, one is one that I'm not going to be like constantly moving around everywhere. So the Ukiyo Tarot, I'll talk about this in a separate video more, but I definitely counted it because sometimes when you get decks, like the decks like are past the box a little bit. So it's like, is this a full deck? I did get this a lot cheaper than the price for the deck. So it retails right now for $28.95. I say right now, but like there might be personal variations in what people are looking for in the market at the time. But um, I paid $11 for it, and I did make an offer on eBay. It said gently used. So this is also a symbol that is associated um, with samurais too. So I did shuffle it. I don't like when my decks aren't shuffled. I might put it back in order just to do the flip through, but I really don't like when it's in order because I shuffle it a lot. Then even when I first get it, I don't feel like it's shuffled enough, so I'm constantly doing that to like get it as shuffled as I can. I got this because I missed my mythic Japanese myth tarot. I have two copies in my storage unit. I wasn't gonna buy the um, deck because right now I have the full deck with the extra cards, and I got it at the price that it's at right now. A lot of them are set for like the asking price is the price that I paid for the full deck of 78 cards, but they're only showing Major Arcana and I believe with the extra cards. So this is one of the most like I feel Japanese card look imagery in this deck, even though it has strong Rider Waite Smith imagery with it at the same time, mainly with the color of the sky. Um, it's really giving the type of coloration that I would see. But with this deck, what I really liked about it, because I did look at a couple videos before investing in the deck, um, this is, as I said, the artist is Pietro Torino, I believe, or that's the illustrator, because it just has his name on here. And it does have, I feel like it has like a combination of mm, in a sense, Japanese artwork that is like a hybrid of Eastern and Western style because um, the style is different, I would say. But I do like um, how it's cohesive with the black and black. I'm going to make another video. I don't know if I'm saying all this here, but um, the artwork is not completely anime if that's what they were going for. I'm going to double check on that, but because I feel with anime, it tends to have like more of a different type of boldness to it. Like it's striking in different ways. And I'm not saying that this deck is less than, of course not. Um, the the way that I'm gonna say the way that the brush moves, the way that the like there's a lot of different sayings that I'm saying in this video that I don't really say, so it's interesting. Um, like with the different way that they make the hair, make the eyes, make just there tends to be like more of a cartoon boldness to Japanese, well, to the anime. Um, and it's not like I don't think I'm saying it right, like manhwa either, like with the Korean manhwa. But I notice with like Korean artwork and like the manhwa, it tends to have more delicate line work with it than um the anime. And I'm not saying that's for all of the artwork of Japan, but that's just what I noticed with it. So, I think that it's one of the main reasons why like this deck feels approachable to me, and I do feel like it's more of an everyday um I was gonna say like quick and with it type of deck, which I like, and I feel like clients would respond well to it because you don't necessarily have to read fast, but there's like a certain type of momentum and like um, the way that you read that really makes it feel like you could read the deck and not just like read a textbook, but read the deck. There's a lot of Rider Waite Smith imagery to this, but there's other elements too. And that is a little different for me because I don't usually get decks that are super Rider Waite Smith inspired, but I do have them, of course. I tend to go for things that are a little more abstract, so I'm not going to show too many here. And I've said a lot in this video about the deck anyway, so I mean, I don't know. But I guess I'll talk about the cardstock another time too because I have thoughts and they're good thoughts. So I do like this deck. So that was the video. I will probably eat. I did make Hokkaido milk bread. And I really love it. I actually made French toast with it. And honestly, biggest chef's kiss because this is the bread that I absolutely love it with. Like, well, making French toast with. I have used different breads over the years to see like which one I would like with to make French toast with. And some were more, I don't want to say more natural than others in a way where like some tasted more weedier, which wasn't bad. But this one, it just gave it because it reminded me of like before I started working in my field. My last job, like in the food industry, felt like almost like a graduation, and it was nice because it was like honestly one of the best like food environments. Um, it was a French cafe slash art gallery in Philly, and it was owned by a French couple. I'm trying to think. I know it's oh my gosh. Two guys and it was like just a really chill place to go. So, um there was like this French toast and it was I've never gotten French toast anywhere else. I don't think like while I was out. I have tried like frozen French toast in the store, but I really loved like how soft it was. And I tried to use different breads to see what I would want. This is like the bread, and it worked so extremely well with it. And it's not just for me to be like, oh my god, I did a good job. It's like exactly the type of bread that I'm looking for with it. So if you want to have French toast, um, I would definitely recommend using the Japanese milk bread because it is what really, I really love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.